Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? The past couple of weeks, as ESPN's kind of done their position rankings, and they looked at receivers today. Jamar Chase was number 3 in the NFL. How about this? One NFL personnel official said, quote, "He might be the best in a year. He's got it all." Of course, did it sitting out his final season at LSU. He only played 2 years of college football, as you well know, opted out of the COVID season, still ended up being a top 10 pick, and now just into his second year in the NFL is going into his second year in the NFL has just been just a stunning rookie year for Jamar Chase, and he's followed by Justin Jefferson. I mean, they should have been back-to-back rookies of the year. We talked about it. The voters were complete cowards and didn't vote for Justin Jefferson when they should have. They got it right with Jamar Chase. But Justin Jefferson's 4, so Chase 3 on the list, Jefferson 4 on the list. One AFC coach said, quote, "He wants to be the best in the game, and you can feel that. He'll get a gazillion targets in that new Vikings offense," basically saying Jefferson's production isn't going anywhere. What the name that is omitted from the top 10 of the receiver rankings is Michael Thomas. And that's sort of understandable. Michael Thomas is listed, however, among the honorable mention. So they'll list the top 10 receivers, then they list honorable mention, and then those also receiving votes. So, Michael Thomas was, at the start of his career, perpetually on this list. I mean, he set the NFL record for receptions in a season. The last time he played a full year in 2019. And then, of course, the injury came in 2020. And as a result, Michael Thomas has missed 26 games over the last 2 years. It's a little bit, we know he's missed a lot of time. It was a little striking, though, to see that number spelled out, to see that he's missed 26 games over the last 2 years. And so, naturally, you wouldn't expect Michael Thomas to be ranked highly on this list. You can't miss 26 games over 2 years and think you're still going to be rated there. But one of the things in the write-up on Michael Thomas that caught my attention that I want to read to you. The honorable mention write-ups are not very long. It's just like 2 lines. But I want to read it to you because I thought that this is what got my wheels turning. It says, Thomas was a fixture in the top 10 before the injuries cost him 26 games over 2 years. Set a NFL record, receptions, all that stuff. Quote, and they're quoting a veteran NFC scout, quote, "Sometimes that window of dominance is small, and I'm not sure if he'll get it back. He'll be really solid regardless, but he had that timing with Drew Brees, and now he must reinvent himself a bit." You know what that reminded me of? I want to say this, and I want you to kind of close your eyes. Well, unless if you're driving. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. And imagine I'm not talking about Michael Thomas. Imagine I'm talking about Jimmy Graham. Sometimes that window of dominance is small, and I'm not sure if he'll get it back. He'll be really solid regardless, but he had that timing with Drew Brees, and now he must reinvent himself. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Sounds a little bit like the time that Jimmy Graham had in New Orleans, where he was a third-round draft pick. That first year was just kind of feeling out, but by the second year, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. He was an all-pro. Followed that up with 982 yards in 15 games, then had a 1,200-yard season in New Orleans. And then, a little more than a year later, he had been traded to Seattle, and he never had a 1,000-yard season again. Jimmy Graham still remains a really productive player. I mean, he's played in 184 career games. He's got 8,500 receiving yards. He's got 85 receiving touchdowns, 8,500 career yards. I mean, Jimmy Graham is one of the most productive tight ends in NFL history. But to the point of that quote, sometimes that window of dominance is small, and I'm not sure if he'll get it back. He was talking about Michael Thomas. But it reminded me of this. You took Jimmy Graham out of New Orleans, out of that cocoon with Drew Brees and Sean Payton where he was used so well, and you moved him, and he never got back to the level that he was here. I look at Michael Thomas, and the biggest difference, the starkest contrast, well, obviously one is a receiver and one's a tight end, but the way they used Jimmy Graham in New Orleans was as a receiver. I think we all understand that. But Michael Thomas came into the league, and he didn't need any transitional period. Michael Thomas came into the league, boom, 1,137 yards as a rookie, caught 92 passes, and then got better every year. From 1,100 to 1,200 to 1,400 to 1,700. Every year he got better until the injury. So I think it's unrealistic to expect. His catches went from 92 to 104 to 125 to 149. Every year he kept getting better, and he was already great at the beginning. Naturally, we're going to expect a regression. I don't think we're going to see 149 receptions for 1,700 yards this year. But within that window frame, right, of that dominance window, if the top was the 2019 season and we expect a regression, do you still stay within that window? Are you on that scale somewhere? So I would set it at Michael Thomas's rookie numbers. When he came into the NFL, had to develop timing with Drew Brees, had to learn a new offense, had to be comfortable with new teammates, all that stuff. All that's true again for Michael Thomas. He's still in New Orleans, wearing the same uniform, but a new head coach, a new quarterback, a lot of new. Set that bar where he was as a rookie. Can Michael Thomas catch 92 passes for 1,137 yards and 9 touchdowns? Set that bar. If he can, then it's reasonable to expect a guy in his late 20s who's far from out of his prime, especially considering the thing that usually wanes first for elite receivers is speed. You lose a step. That's never been Michael Thomas's superpower. It's his ability to use his frame and his physicality to gain separation, and his strong hands. He catches everything thrown near him. Like that makes you a dominant receiving threat forever. Can he replicate what he did? Just think of it as hitting the reset, but staying within that window of dominance. Maybe at the bottom of the window of dominance, but still within it. That's my expectation for Michael Thomas this year. 92 for 1,137 and 9 scores. Can he do what he did as a rookie? That's what I'm hoping to see. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.